The last battle was not the breaking point. Forgiveness is nothing of which a knight of the morning sun is in short supply. Though it's hard to accept forgiveness if you did nothing wrong, is it not? For the Lord, it was a time to let wounds in all their forms mend. Thus a few missing scouts were a welcome distraction to clear his mind and ponder about the friend who judged him so harshly.
Ooh, gotta hand it to you. You pick the nicest places.
Whatever made my soldiers disappear makes it significantly less nice.
Oh, want me to smoke it out?
Let's investigate first.
Oh, thought you were a man of action. Silly me.
Stand with your people, not...
Any great insights yet?
We have just arrived, how could I?
Sod off. If this was about tracking some beastie, you'd have brought Morrig. We've been travelling for days. You've been sizing me up, Foxblood.
Maybe to remind myself of what I don't want to become.
Good choice. Seems reasonable. Yeah. Oh, stop yelling.
They must have come through here. But what is this strange growth?
It's gross, sticky, and probably toxic. Guess it's mold.
Your abrasive bluntness is truly refreshing. Reminds me of my army days. Sophisticated. I suppose your assessment was correct. The spores do seem toxic.
Wanna see me assess a solution?
By all means, go ahead.
Got it.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Great deeds await. I'll bring peace to these lands.
Before you ask, no. I don't know why that stuff is all over the place. I know it burns, so we're good.
I actually had something else on my mind, but thank you for the reassurance. Good.
Oh, don't tell me we have to backtrack all the way.
Have a little faith in wind instead of fire for a change. That tree over there looks weak enough to be knocked down by a good gale.
Seems reasonable. Brighter than the sun. Don't get burned. Yeah. Just point me in the general direction. Oh, stop yelling. Got it. Yeah, I'm on it. Seems reasonable. Just point me in the general direction. Yeah. Oh, stop yelling. Yeah, I'm on it. Seems reasonable. Just point me in the general direction.
Indeed. I approve. Fieldcraft, how refreshing. Sophisticated. Reminds me of my army days.
Oh, gods. Give me a moment.
Stand with your people.
Not bad. Free-range adventuring suits you.
It's a good way to clear one's head.
I know, right? Really takes your mind off the horrible things you did.
Tread carefully. Sophisticated.
Don't worry. I'm almost sober. Brighter than the sun.
I approve. I think we have our culprit.
All right, let's get cracking.
Don't be foolish. We cannot take on a creature like that without a strategy.
Oh, fine. The mold seems to spread from here. Its magic connects it to the land. That's something you can work with, your lordship.
If you knew, why wouldn't you say?
Reckless confidence? A death wish? You decide.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul. Great deeds await. If we find the strongest infestations and you burn them, it could weaken the creature.
Yep.
Is this a sufficient concentration?
I'm sufficiently grossed out. Let's get to it. Don't get burned.
Good. Very good. This blade is no adornment. I approve.
Oh, God. Give me a moment.
Painted flame.
Ah!
Oh, great. It's a telepath. Don't worry. I'm almost sober.
Sophisticated. We make quite the fierce duo.
Well, reckoned you had a thing for large-scale destruction.
Good. Very good.
Brighter than the sun.
I'll bring peace to these lands. I approve. Fieldcraft, how refreshing. Stand with your people, not above them.
Got it.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul. Indeed.
Don't get burned.
I approve. Sophisticated. Great deeds await. I'll bring peace to these lands. Fieldcraft, how refreshing.
Yeah.
Our troops. Gods, we must do something.
We should put them at...
It hurts. All is connected. Trespassers.
What happened?
We hoped you could tell us.
The fungus. It lives. It attacked us and then...
Don't worry. Join us and we'll put an end to this.
Well, someone's feeling like a hero again.
I'm not doing this for myself. I approve.
Yeah. I'm on it.
Stand with your people, not above them.
Oh, God. Give me a moment. Seems reasonable. Just point me in the general direction.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul. Reminds me of my army days.
Don't worry. I'm almost sober.
Good. Very good. Indeed.
Brighter than the sun.
Reminds me of my army days. Indeed. Reminds me of my army days. Good. Very good.
Don't get burned. Got it. Oh, God. Give me a moment.
Great deeds await. Sophisticated.
Don't worry. I'm almost sober.
I'll bring peace to these lands. Stand with your people, not above them. Never turn your back on a worthy soul. Great deeds await. Indeed.
You know, I'm starting to feel unwelcome here.
Very perceptive.
Brighter than the sun.
I'll bring peace to these lands. Stand with your people. I'm used to hostility, but it's different to feel it so clearly.
Honestly, you can't blame someone who's read your surface thoughts.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul. I approve. Why do you oppose me so? I do not deserve this scorn.
If you want to fish for redemption, talk to Killian.
I did nothing wrong.
Yet you have this unnerving feeling that you failed her, don't you? She can conjure up a bad conscience like we call fire and lightning.
I wish she would understand. It was just and necessary.
She understands all right. That you're both afraid. Shouldn't have played with fire.
Great deeds await. Indeed. I'll bring peace to these lands.
The spire sings to us.
Don't get burned. Yeah, I'm on it.
Reminds me of my army days. Good. Very good. Reminds me of my army days.
Oh, God. Give me a moment.
Stand with your people, not above them.
Don't worry. I'm almost sober.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul. I approve.
Brighter than the sun. Seems reasonable.
Great deeds await. Burning the last grove affected the creature.
It's a solid solution for most problems. Shouldn't have played with fire.
I'll bring peace to these lands. Stand with your people, not above them. Fieldcraft, how refreshing.
Yeah.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul.
Just point me in the general direction. Got it.
Right between the eyes.
Don't get burned.
Right between the eyes.
Fire fire magic coming right up.
Goddess of silence.
Oh, shut up already.
Great deeds await. Good. Very good. Fieldcraft. How refreshing.
Right between the eyes.
Reminds me of my army days. Good. Very good. Humor me, mage. What do you think I'm afraid of?
That the one woman who shares your vision will stop bending her principles.
Ridiculous. We may not always see eye to eye, but we want the same for our friends, for our people.
Yeah, that's what she keeps telling herself. Oh, God. Give me a moment. Shouldn't have played with fire. Don't worry. I'm almost sober.
I'll bring peace to these lands. Sophisticated. Stand with your people, not above them. Never turn your back on a worthy soul.
Oh, stop yelling.
Great deeds await.
Brighter than the sun. Don't get burned.
I'll bring peace to these lands. The enemy is upon us.
Right between the eyes.
Indeed.
Oh, God. Give me a moment. Don't worry. I'm almost sober. Brighter than the sun. Don't get burned.
Stand with your people, not above them. Never turn your back on a worthy soul. No one stands in my way. No one.
Shouldn't have played with fire.
Grant them a quick death. Reminds me of my army days. Sophisticated. Indeed.
Seems reasonable. Yeah.
Great deeds await. Reminds me of my army days. I approve. I'll bring peace to these lands.
Just point me in the general direction.
Stand with your people, not above them.
Got it.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul. Reminds me of my army days. Indeed. Great deeds await. Good. Very good. Reminds me of my army days. I approve.
Oh, God. Give me a moment. Oh, stop yelling.
Your wish.
Together, we are strong.
I'll bring peace to these lands. Stand with your people, not above them.
This is a big one.
Do I sense diminishing enthusiasm?
Well, I do all the work.
Never turn your back on a worthy soul.
Don't worry. I'm almost sober. Brighter than the sun. Yeah. I'm on it.
They had their chance. Fieldcraft, how refreshing. Indeed. Good. Very good. Great deeds await. Reminds me of my army days. Fieldcraft, how refreshing. Good. Very good. Indeed.
Don't get burned. Shouldn't have played with fire.
It's dangerous to go alone. Where am I needed? Right between the eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, God. Give me a moment. Just point me in the general direction. Shouldn't have played with fire.
Right between the eyes.
Don't worry. I'm almost sober. Got it. Brighter than the sun. Don't get burned. Oh, stop yelling.
Good. Very good. Indeed.
Oh, God. Give me a moment. Yeah. I'm on it.
Speak, friend. The spire sings to us.
Don't worry.
Together, we are
sober.
strong.
Fieldcraft, how refreshing.
Together, we are strong. World break.
That really seemed to do some damage.
Nonetheless, be prepared for a hard fight.
Don't worry. That's how I like me fights.
I'll lead the way. Swift like the wind.
Brighter than the sun. Seems reasonable. Don't get burned. Yeah, yeah. Shouldn't have played with fire.
I'll bring peace to these lands. Reminds me.
Makes sense to live close to one of those.
Let's not question our good fortune and rest for a bit.
We're in agreement there for once.
I approve. Indeed. Fieldcraft, how refreshing.
Oh, God. Give me a moment. All right, ugly. Show us what you've got. Don't worry. I'm almost sober.
Stand.
Last resort. Lost voice has to be present.
It's getting weaker.
Brighter than the sun.
Gone. Withered. All
Oh, shite. Oh, son of a bitch.
You know, I think I have decided. It is reckless confidence and a death wish.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It is not, in fact. It's a waste of talent.
Have you decided yet if I'm too much trouble to keep around?
Shen, that was never my intention. You were right. I needed to find out if I'm indeed going down a dark road like you certainly did. I'm too well aware of the corruption of power, but you have to understand, I'm not seeking this power for myself. I do not want to rule. I do not wish to be remembered. All I want is a better world for those to come. And those who deny others that chance will have their ashes scattered in the winds.
You believe you can change the world with that clanking monstrosity? You really believe that?
I do. You and I, we're blunt instruments. The construct, it's an intricate tool, capable of more wonders than any of us could ever achieve.
If you want me to achieve anything, how about getting me a sodding healer?
Of course. I will send for clerics post-haste. Can you make it to the healing well?
I'll manage.
Most who pursue great power, like the Spark Mage, become scarred by it. Her cursed arm was a steady reminder that her time on this world was borrowed. When he left the groves, she had no doubt that his pursuit would consume the Lord, now more than ever. Curiously enough, she didn't care if he would change the world, burn it or break it, but she greatly cared to be there when it happened.
Right.